Hello everybody, and welcome to Ancient Architects. Please subscribe now to get the latest ancient history news and independent research from around the world. Malta is home to some of the most ancient freestanding structures on Earth, many of which predate the age given by experts for the pyramids of Egypt, as well as Stonehenge in England. Located in Paola in Malta, the Hypogeum of Hal Saflieni is considered the oldest prehistoric underground temple in the world. It is a truly ancient structure dating back to 4000 BC. The experts believe that what we are looking at is an ancient temple and necropolis, as the remains of more than 7,000 people have been discovered by archaeologists. Amazingly, it was discovered by accident back in 1902 when workers accidentally broke through the roof, but sadly the earliest excavations from this time were a huge disservice to history. The excavator, Manuel Magri, discarded some of the ancient grave goods and human remains without even cataloguing them. Furthermore, his original report was also lost. What was discovered for the first time after 5,000 years of history, we'll now never know for sure. Excavations did continue after Magri's death, and a series of reports were first published in 1910, but because of the previous work, much of the history was already lost. And the reason this is such a shame is because it is one of the most incredible ancient sites in Europe, if not the world. We know there was once a surface shrine that marked the entrance to the Hypogeum. It may have once started out as a natural cave that was greatly expanded using antlers, flint, chert and obsidian tools to cut through the soft limestone bedrock. It was split into 3 levels. The upper level was the earliest, possibly from around 4000 BC, and then there was a middle and lower level, and the lowest one came latest, and finds suggest that the Hypogeum was used up until around 2500 BC. The cave system is a highly skilled piece of work, an excellent example of ancient engineering, as they used a careful direction of light from the surface to penetrate down to the lowest levels. Intricate red ochre paintings covered the ceilings, with motifs of spots, spirals and honeycombs. One of the chambers, called the Holy of Holies, appears to be oriented so that the light from the winter solstice illuminated its facade from the original entrance above. In the middle chamber is a resonance niche, and this is known as the oracle room, which somehow greatly amplifies sound and was therefore likely used to project chanting or drumming throughout the rest of the Hypogeum. Even though a lot of its contents were destroyed, a number of objects have been recovered, including pottery vessels, stone and clay beads, shell buttons, amulets, axe heads and carved figures of both humans and animals. This figure, known as the Sleeping Lady, is probably the most famous find, a clay figurine which experts interpret as the Mother Goddess. Styles of artwork vary from realistic to abstract, with death and spiritual transformation being key themes, say the experts. As already stated, the remains of more than 7,000 people were recovered, and most of the skulls were taken to the National Museum. A number of them had the famous elongated shape and were similar to the priestly skulls of ancient Egypt, which has made some people speculate that the two cultures could have had a common source. The entire structure is underground, carved from the natural limestone bedrock, and has a system of halls and chambers in a complicated labyrinth-like layout over 3 levels. The middle chambers look stylistically similar to the megalithic temples found across Malta. This middle level contains what is known as the main chamber, a roughly circular room with a number of trilithons but with walls washed with red ochre. Inside this room was found the Sleeping Lady statue, and it may have been a tomb for someone of very high importance. The central structure of the Hypogeum is certainly the Holy of Holies, being oriented towards the summer solstice, which illuminates its facade. No bones were discovered inside this room, and therefore it may have once been a temple, a holy site surrounded by tombs. The main feature of the room is a porthole within a trilithon-like structure, which is 2 large vertical stones which framed a larger trilithon and yet another larger one after that. Something hard to describe but amazing to see. The oracle room is also in the middle level, is roughly rectangular, and has an elaborately painted ceiling with painted spirals and spots. As already stated, any vocalization made inside this room produces a powerful acoustic resonance that can be heard throughout the Hypogeum. The upper level, which was the first to be created, is just 10 metres below the surface, containing many chambers where bones were discovered. Many, if not all of the chambers on this level were likely tombs cut into the natural bedrock. The lowest level contained no bones or offerings, only water, and some suggest it may have been used as a storeroom, possibly for grain. The Hypogeum is a truly magnificent site, older than the official date of the Egyptian pyramids and even the first dynasty of Egypt, and it has a carefully and skillfully engineered system of caves, which clearly had spiritual significance as well as being tombs for the dead. It is the only known European example of a subterranean labyrinth from 4000 BC, and the quality of the architecture, as well as the remarkable state of preservation, truly makes it one of the world's most incredible prehistoric monuments. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Ancient Architects. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel, please like the video, and please leave a comment below. Thank you very much.